Virginia Tech coming off a Wednesday loss against Duke, 74-52. They got crushed on the glass in that one. See how they respond today. Who's gotten a lot more playing time as of late, finds Alexander Walker baseline. They go to the corner for Robinson, who opens the game with a three-pointer. Side for Lammers, who finds a Kogi, and that sails wide of everything. Saved back in by Gay. Just 5 to shoot now. So Jackson lets it fly, and he reciprocates what Robinson did at the other end. 2 years from 2.5 hours away in Tifton, Georgia. No shot clock reset. That just hit the side of the backcourt. Robinson does it again.
Because he has been a different player in ACC play than he was in non-conference.
Well, we're on pace for about 90 points a side if we keep going at this rate. Or Georgia Tech quite a bit lately, and they've lost some star power due to injuries. But their biggest star, Josh Okogie, drives, scores.
Hill. Nice execution from Georgia Tech to skip the ball over to the opposite side, making it extremely difficult for Justin Robinson to get a line on Okogie. And you see as he goes to the rim.
Out with a stress reaction at his right leg.
And this was already a team in Georgia Tech that didn't go deep into the rotation.
Alexander Walker, he kicks it out, three-pointer, halfway down for Bibbs. Jackson, so vital for them. The last 7 games, and he's played 95% of the available minutes, and it's Todrick Jackson again. A long two for Jackson. You saw his mom, Natasha, cheering in the stands. And Wilson, he doesn't shoot often, but point blank, he's going to take that one. Oh, what a pass to Wilson.
And again, Okogie under the basket. Devin Wilson not recognizing it, but he does recognize and picks up his 400th career assist.
And denied 13 by a bounce off the rim. Robinson, left-hand feed for Bibbs. Triple in rhythm. Beautiful basketball the last 2 possessions from Virginia Tech. Along with whatever you say, Corey.
Okay,
I trust you.
You're going to go with one Wardell Curry, who happens to be father of one of the best players
in the Hokies maroon. At 7 boards a game. 7 to shoot. Bucket and 1 on the strong drive.
Comparison to being at home, you know, in a comfortable setting for Moses Wright. You see already off to a better start in this one. 2 of those times he was able to convert on a layup.
Right. Good touch on the floater.
Only enhance what he's able to do on the defensive end of the floor.
Clark couldn't bully his way inside. He shares it. One dribble, back iron for Obanda. Might have unearthed a beef that might have been settled a while ago. Tyree from the corner.
Quentin Stevens actually wore number 12 for the first 3 years. That
offensive glass has been much more friendly for the Hokies than for the Yellow Jackets. Clark, baseline reverse lay-in. That was easy. But they don't force the three-point shot. They only take it when it's smart. Hill with the lob. And it's finished by Jackson. He was at the bucket. First didn't go, the second did for Moses Wright. 5 Hokies ready to check in next whistle. Jackson, you can tell he's trying to make the most of these hometown minutes today. Ready to shoot, Okogie. Short off front iron. Robinson just back into the game. Ahead, Alexander Walker, the easiest 2 of the afternoon. It's a 5-on-4 situation. Wilson saw that. He draws the defense. And Alexander Walker makes it a 3.
You see why they're so good sharing the basketball. You got 2 guys on this team with over 400 career assists. Devin Wilson and Justin Robinson look to move the basketball.
Horn gets it taken away. Okogie runs the floor. Nobody's going to challenge that.
Now, Justin Bibbs had an opportunity to contest that.
Into their secondary offense. Not shy with space. Alexander Walker right over Cole.
I'm sorry, your defense has spread you out all over the floor.
Justin Robinson collides with our table, but finds enough strength to get it down the floor.
Easy baskets because they're not forcing turnovers on the defensive end of the floor.
Alexander Walker to the rim and a soft touch.
If Georgia Tech has some energy that allows them to continue to try to find the way back in this game.
Wilson under the bucket, a simple pump fake, sheds two defenders.
Himself in the open spot where Justin Robinson and his teammates can find him.
Lammers trying to make a Robinson-esque pass. The last couple of possessions, you had a missed shot from a Hokie in the corner. Curtis Haywood as well, the freshman guard who averaged 24 minutes a game. Blackshear over the much smaller Hokie, count the bucket. Oh, as you and Anish have chronicled on some Sunday nights, is quite an interesting student. There as he gets his first basket to go today. Right, going in for a big-time follow jam. It ends up with Blackshear. Robinson's got his eyes up. Size mismatch against Cole. Gets a bucket. Blackshear with his eyes on the rim. Cutting Alexander Walker.
And Quentin Stevens, he had guys who have been in college basketball. Now he's trying to do this, you know, without his starting point guard. As Tyree Jackson comes up with his second highlight reel dunk on the afternoon. Transition has been the answer for the Hokies. Beatty to Jackson for his second highlight on his brother's home court. This season with Virginia Tech and NC State both being in your last four byes, is there a chance that the ACC could get a 10th team?
Considerations for the 10 members of the committee. Now, realistically, these teams are playing one another on a pretty frequent basis, as we saw the other night.
I'm going to ask you about 11. Is there any scenario where Notre Dame could finish up 4-1 and get to 9-9 in ACC play? A bit of excitement, and to see Notre Dame possibly find a way into the tournament. Of course, I know that's a hypothetical situation.
Determination on Notre Dame's status. I think that's a greater consideration than Notre Dame's actual record in league play.
So he brings up a good point there about being 2.5 times harder to win on the road. Because right now you've got, let's say, Virginia as the #1 team. 75-44, Virginia Tech over Georgia Tech. Couple of hands on that. There's been high energy all throughout, even as this game has hardly been in question in the second half. After a hot start, Todrick Jackson. Cole off for the three.
The manager game from Clemson, so therefore there's definitely some ringers brought in.
For this one, already with 4 Quadrant 1 wins, have 3 more opportunities for Quadrant 1 victories in their final 4 games.